as an SEO, this is the golden age for SEOs.
Hmm.
So all of our clients are panicking about what are they going to do to get ranked in AI. So all the AI stuff that we've done for ourselves and now that we're doing for our clients was not something that I thought of. Our clients were just it was brought on by the need of our customers.
Hey, I'm Guy Powell, and welcome to the next episode of the Backstory on Marketing and AI. And if you haven't already done so, please visit prorelevant.com and sign up for all of these episodes and podcasts. I'm the author of the upcoming book, The AI Marketing Machine, and get ready. We're about to make some big changes, and you're going to see some really cool news coming up. Go to marketingmachine.prorelevant.com and sign up, and you'll find out what's coming up here in a very few short weeks. Today, I have Kevin Roy, and he is with Green Banana SEO. So let me tell you a little bit about him. He's a performance driven leader who has built his career around providing vision for profitable growth strategies, products, services, and new market entries. Throughout his career, he has delivered tens of millions of dollars in revenue for private and public organizations in tech, finance, manufacturing, nonprofits, retail, defense, biotech, fintech, and many other businesses. As a change agent, he has a proven history of increasing profitability and finding innovative solutions to complex issues. Kevin excels at building collaborative, cross-functional relationships that improve business outcomes, enhance customer experience, and drive up annual profit margins. That's what we want. This is the guy for you. Kevin, welcome. So good to have you.
Before we go any further, a quick pause. This is important. Your sales force is one of the most expensive investments in your company. The real question isn't who's likely to buy someday, it's who should be called right now to create the most value. Traditional propensity models tell you who might convert. Our prescriptive modeling, called COPA, tells you who will convert because you called them. If you manage a large sales organization and want higher conversion, bigger deals, and better use of every rep hour, let's talk. If you want your sales team focused on the calls that matter most, visit prescriptivemodeling.prorelevant.com and set up a short strategy session.
Thanks so much for having me.
Yeah, so fantastic. So tell us, how did you get involved in all of this? What's your backstory on AI and marketing?
So my backstory was I did a master's degree years and years and years ago, and I ended up getting a job during the dot-com boom as the trade show marketing person. And I was the person that was putting the trade show booths together and doing all the marcom and going to all those events. But that was back in the heyday where, like, internet world, I actually passed Bill Gates in a hallway, right? It was so that was like it was such an amazing time. But I ended up being cube mates with our web developer, and he looked at me one day and said, "I need another web developer for my team. I can. We were office was in Cambridge. He said I can send you to MIT to learn how to code sites if you want." And I said, "Absolutely." And so that's what it started. I ended up working with him for years, and then he left, and I ended up taking over the position. The company got bought out, and then I went and started my own company.
Fantastic. Wow. So tell us a little bit about your company, Green Banana SEO.
So we're basically just digital geeks. So we're a full stack uh, digital agency. We run, Meta. We run tons of Google Ads campaigns, geofencing, geo-targeting. SEO and AEO are my specialty. So I'm the resident SEO and AEO geek here. I have been working on it, SEO, since 2009. And I spend uh, at least 10 hours a week studying it. I'm very fortunate to be in an SEO mastermind group with people that are all a lot smarter than me. And we basically share test data. So we'll test things, and if they work, we share it with the group. And it's there's 28 of us from all over the world, and we meet every Friday. And it's so that is those the things that work. I battle test it on the Green Banana site. If they work, we roll it out to clients. If they fail, we don't roll that out. We
Yeah.
learn from it.
Yeah, I can imagine too, though, you've got to keep testing because things are changing,
Yeah,
especially with AI, that they're changing, faster and faster.
yeah. It sure is.
Yeah, fantastic. So what are some of the changes for search marketing due to AI and improving your search results, so that you can be found and lead to hopefully business and further profits.
So there are three things that I can talk about that we have found that adding to your SEO strategy makes an impact. And I'm going to say adding because 80% of success in the LLMs in ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, Perplexity are getting cited in those is making sure that your site is relevant for the content that you want it to rank for. Because where do you think they're all getting the data? They're getting it from online, so they're looking up sources. But the three pieces are like the icing on the cake. The extra 20% that I'm finding that we find that really matters are number one, you want to make sure that we're formatting pages in what's called the three block format. We're having an answer block. So you state what you want to talk about, your subject matter, 2 to 5 sentences, a very clear quotable definition, a proof block. So then you're backing up with examples, checklists, constraints. And then third is the pathway block, and that's like next actions or an FAQ. So you're really trying to give the LLMs really quick, digestible, easy data to understand rather than some big, long, fluffy marketing BS that you're going to, put in front of in front of it. That's number one. The number two piece is schema. So schema, think about schema as like the blueprint of what is on the page. So that's the JSON code that's on the back of the page, and you want to match your three block and your FAQ exactly. So that's really important. You don't just put haphazard schema in there. If you have questions about schema, I wrote a whole I have a 3-part article. I'm a skier, so I did beginner schema, intermediate schema, and expert schema, and I built a schema mountain on my website, and so you can go and it gives you every single piece of schema that you can add and what's appropriate, like author schema or FAQ schema. So number one is the 3 block blueprint. Number two is schema, and third, I think this is the most important. It's the citation credibility. So one of the things that AI is very concerned about is authorship, or does this article have the right to be cited? So you and I talked a little bit before this, and we both use AI all the time, and it sounds like you're really good at it. I use it every day, dozens and dozens of times a day. I can write a killer article about a new brain surgery technique that I just came up with if I feel like it. I can have sources from all the best medical institutions. I can have killer diagrams. And I have no business doing that. I don't have a PhD. I'm not a doctor. It would be awful if someone used my brain surgery technique in surgery that I just came up with on ChatGPT. And so they're concerned about that. And it's really hard to figure out if the content that I wrote is real or authentic. If you're putting it up against other other LLMs. I think a brilliant thing that all these LLMs did was say, let's tie this to an author. So we're not saying that we generated this. This was generated by this author. So if you go and look at my LinkedIn profile, for example, my LinkedIn profile has my resume. There's a link to my author bio. Every time I write an article or I'm mentioned like I get on a podcast, or like I was on Fox in October, it's on my author bio page. When I write an article, I link my article to my author bio page. So I'm saying to the large language models, when I'm writing something about SEO or answer engine optimization or generative engine optimization, you can publish this because here's all the other people that that have said that I'm an expert in this, and
Hmm.
here's my resume, and here's all the other things that I've published about this. So think about it as like, um, you know, you're basically satisfying the language models that you have the credibility to do this, and that is the biggest part of getting cited.
Wow, that's fantastic kind of information, and really makes a lot of sense because it used to be too that, and I thought you were going to go down a different path, but it used to be that the LLMs would go out to social media or whatever
Hmm.
and use those like Reddit and maybe even Wikipedia
Mm-hmm.
as sources, but that over the last couple weeks, I noticed has gone down significantly. They don't weight the Reddit articles and the
Yeah.
Wikipedia as high as they used to because they thought they were authentic. So now it's interesting how you're saying it's kind of how do you prove to the LLMs what is authentic and credible?
Right. Right. And yes, you're right. There was a great heyday with Reddit, but people just started to game the system. Um, and hopefully Reddit solves this, because I think it is a great credible source. I look at Reddit all the time because I want to get real feedback on like a product before I purchase it. And so I think user generated content is still very important, but you're right. They are looking towards big credible sources. So with a lot of our clients, we're spending time getting articles that they write published in major publications, because that's satisfied. Like if you can get an
Mm.
article in a in a local newspaper, or Wall Street Journal, which is super super hard to do, but if you get that, there's a credibility piece to that.
Oh, interesting. So then that's fascinating because there's this thing with Forbes, and I don't know if you've been using it, but
Mm-hmm.
you can pay to be a Forbes contributor. And
Mm-hmm.
then I don't remember what you get. You get a couple of articles, and I did that a ways back,
Mm-hmm.
and and that would be potentially then the reason why so many people are saying that they're contributing to Forbes because then that raises their credibility for
Exactly.
the search engines.
Exactly. So I'm a Forbes contributor, right? You say that, and that adds weight to it. And but that's under the uh, uh I can't think of the best word for it, but Forbes, I'm assuming, is making sure that the documents that people are publishing are legitimate. So, or they're going
Mm.
to lose their credibility. So there is a piece to it that, like my brain surgery article, probably won't get posted on Forbes.
I hope not.
Yeah, right. No, they wouldn't let that fly. They would go back and check to see if
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
actually gone to
exactly.
medical school.
Yeah, that would help. That's
Mhm.
for sure. So, one of the things though is it seems like AI search or search with AI now is just gotten another layer of complexity, and many of the larger brands, and I guess, of course, every brand is now
Mhm.
trying to figure that out and unlock it, which is what you're doing, but they're
Yep.
making mistakes. So tell us what some of those mistakes might be as they're trying to really, improve where they are in their search engine
Well,
results.
I think a good thing to just back up a little bit is this is the evolution of the way search has always been. Remember back in the day when we used to just get to put, repeat a word as many times as we possibly could, and then
Yep.
we would rank for it. And then when that didn't work, we made it white on white background. So
Yep.
and so
Yep.
like every time a legitimate, credible, um, you know, algorithm or an engine comes out, there's people in the background trying to figure out how to game it, right?
Yep.
And so it's
Yep.
always it's literally a cat and mouse, and it's going to continue to evolve. Like Reddit was awesome, and then all of a sudden, someone figured out that, oh my god, there's all these really smart people being lazy and creating fake Reddit accounts and bots that are creating fake posts, and that's ranking. So we have to figure out a way to mitigate that. So I think we've been doing search engine optimization since 2009. And my philosophy, and the philosophy that we have here at Green Banana, is don't try to game the system. And if you don't, you're going to sail through all the
Mm,
edits and all the updates. So if you're creating an article, make sure that your article is relevant for the topic. So if you want to rank on page one for the best peanut butter and jelly sandwich, then make sure that your peanut butter and jelly sandwich page only has bread, jelly, and peanut butter as ingredients on there. Don't put you know, tennis shoes and watermelon and all these other things that are going to dilute the relevance of it. So that's number one. And number two, get other people to that are to link to your site or to talk about you, and do it in a credible way. If you're doing that, that's always worked for SEO, and now it's working for answer engine optimization. There are complexities and other things like the schema that I
right.
mentioned that come into it, but the mistakes that people are making are the same mistakes that they made 10 years ago. They're trying to game the system.
Quick pause. This is important for any marketing leader. Marketing must continuously prove its value or the budgets dry up. Marketing mix models provide that proof in a way finance and leadership can believe. And we at ProRelevant help teams answer critical questions. Which campaigns actually worked? Which channels really moved the needle? And where should the next dollar go? With over 20 years of experience across complex marketing environments, we know how to deliver clarity, not guesswork. To learn more, go to mmm.prorelevant.com and set up a short strategy session. And now, back to the podcast.
Well, so for example, and now I'm thinking about it for myself, but how would if you have a blog and you have a YouTube and you have a LinkedIn and you have I don't know, a Facebook or a
Yeah.
Meta and whatever, those don't technically link back. I mean, you could have some good conversations going on in YouTube, for example, but they don't
Yeah.
necessarily link back to your site. How do the engines take that into account, or do they, or do they not?
Well, they do. So let's just take a YouTube video, for example. You can put a link in your YouTube channel notes, but if you keep mentioning, like, I have a YouTube channel, I begrudgingly do it. I don't like to be on camera, so I make my dog, who I think just left the room,
I saw him.
sitting out with me, and so, but my video, I'm mentioning my subject matter, answer engine optimization, um, ranking in AI, and I'm using Green Banana and I'm using my name in there, and those things are consistently being indexed.
Mm,
When I finish my video, I'll create a blog post on my site and I embed the video in the blog post. Then I'll create a LinkedIn article and I'll embed the video in the LinkedIn article that is supplementary
mm,
to my video to go get people to try to watch the video. Um, and that, even though it's not a direct links to everything, it's a very clear association
yeah.
that I'm making
Okay.
between that, and the
Yep.
engines are smart enough to pick all that stuff up, right? So
Yeah.
if there's a great example that we learned in my mastermind group, where there was a roofer in the Midwest, a super popular roofer who did roofing services, and he was the person that was working on his campaign had him on page one for every single important service campaign, killing it. But the guy wanted more traffic. It's like, I want more traffic, so start optimizing for roofing products like shingles and nails and metal roofs and all that. So the SEO guy did that, and he started to create all this content that started to rank super, super well. And what happened was they lost all their rankings for the service industry because the internet decided that they were a roofing supply company.
No.
right? So, right, so they diluted the relevance of their main topic.
Yeah, big mistake. Big
Yeah.
mistake. One thing, even with our clients, and it hasn't been really long enough yet for us to get a good feel on it, but one of the things that we do is we measure the effectiveness of the different media channels, and paid search for just about every client that we have is always at the top. Best
Hmm.
ROI there is.
Hmm.
And now that has some other implications, but just assuming that it was very high. Some of them, however, have started to see some major fall off. And what we
Hmm.
haven't yet been able to analyze is the fall off appears to be due to to the answer engine, so to speak.
Hmm.
And but the what's not clear to me is the fall off, meaning that those that weren't going to convert aren't converting anyway, or is it
Hmm.
really truly the case that they're actually losing total conversions, because of due to the lack of being found in the AI engines? And I haven't really gotten a clear answer on that. Have you seen anything that fits into
So,
that, where even though the traffic is off, the quality of the remaining traffic is still pretty good?
so we run all different types. I always jokingly say that we run every type of campaign, but weird stuff. Like we have doctors and lawyers and fintech and biotech and people that sell beef jerky and pajamas and luxury beds and launch missiles. Right? So it's all over the place. Um, Gemini has done an incredible job, and Google's done a great job at getting Google Ads to appear in search now. I think they are losing a little bit of market share when people that are using Claude and Perplexity and ChatGPT. I think it's a matter of time before ads are running in those mediums.
Hmm.
So it's a little bit death by a thousand cuts, but I'm not seeing like the clients that we have that are spending a lot of money in Google Ads, we're still seeing good success with that. What I am seeing in almost every site is a lot of direct bot traffic. I'm seeing a ton of bot traffic across. It does not matter the site.
Hmm.
Um, so that's something that we're seeing. So it's spiking traffic, which makes it look like your conversion rate's going down. But I'm not seeing a really big dip in paid search or paid
Hmm.
search conversions across all of our campaigns.
Okay. Yeah. Fantastic. Yeah, yeah, thank you for that. That's good to know. One thing too, though, on the organic side, though, now is especially, and I'm a Google, I mean, I go into
Mm-hmm.
Google, and I mean, it's very infrequent that I actually go into a chat bot, I mean, a chat, and start asking about different products, because I
Mm-hmm.
generally, you know what you need, you just need to know where to find it. And but what I see now, though, is you have, let's say you type in a search term, and one of our clients is in healthcare, and you type in a search term related to healthcare, and you get
Mm-hmm.
three or four classes of results. You get the
Yes.
AI overview.
Yeah.
You get then, and I don't know, now the paid search is now moved up in
Yep.
its ranking. You get the paid search results. You get the things like Yelp results, and then you
Mm-hmm.
finally get the organics.
Mm-hmm.
And so then, if I'm looking for, hey, I need to get a vaccine, and I don't know what the right thing is, but I need to get a vaccine. Where should I go? And so I could get three or four different things. So then the organic search now is way down at the bottom.
Yep.
I
Right.
may not
Yep.
even go there, because I'm going to be looking at the AI overviews to to find
Right.
my sources.
Yep. I see
How is
that.
Yeah.
I can tell you that for our site, so like I said, I'm the one that does all the SEO for the Green Banana site. We have not been cited in an AI search for a page that we have not ranked organically.
Hmm.
So the trajectory that we have seen is we get a page ranked in the top organically, and then we do a few things, add some things to it, and then we get cited in AI. I have not seen an instance where we're popping in AI and we're a ghost organically. So
Yeah.
it's still
Okay.
part of the building block. But I can also tell you that so almost all of our clients across the board have seen a decrease in organic search traffic, but they have not seen a decrease in traffic. They haven't. So
Mm,
it seems like they're they're getting they're getting cited in AI, they're getting noticed in different mediums. Organic traffic is dropping almost all across the board, but it's not a massive drop. I thought it was going to be a massive drop because you listen to things like oh god, there was a report that came out last October. Bain did a report that 80% of clicks are now zero clicks. 80% of Google searches are now zero click. Um,
mm,
I have not seen that translate into an 80% drop in organic traffic. I've seen a 10 to 15% drop in organic
mm.
traffic.
Do you think that's the bots going being, I don't know, dissuaded or something like that, or is it?
Well,
Um,
so the the theory that I've read is that unless it's a very simple answer, people are still searching organically to get more information. So a lot of our B2B clients, if you're selling a service or something that's complex, if you're, you know, selling something more than a basketball or a coffee cup, um, people are even though if they find stuff in AI, they're still going to the website and clicking and getting some more information.
yeah, yeah. Okay. No, that makes sense. So now, for me, I'm a data guy, and we consume data like crazy. All of your media data and what have you, and all of your sales data, all of your web data, you name it. If you got it, we want it. And but for SEO, what kind of data are you looking for, and has that changed now with the the advent of AI in search?
For SEO, we're still looking for um, page ranking. We're still looking for traffic, and we're still looking for conversion. Um, it's where we're consistently evaluating different tools that for AI reporting, um, and it's a moving target. So my new favorite is usually not the favorite of next week. So we're struggling a little bit with that. I do know. Um, I don't know if anyone saw this. Come out, but Bing Webmaster Tools now shows AI citations in their Webmaster Tools. And I'm hoping that Google Analytics comes out with the same thing, because there is some, you know, strange data that does not look like bots. And even though you can track referrals from ChatGPT, I can't track referrals from Gemini, which is odd. So I'm seeing
Mm,
I think everyone's trying to figure out what to do, because there's a lot of things changing. But back to the original thing, organically, we're still looking at all the basic things because ranking
mm.
organically is the first step to get excited.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fantastic. So, where do you see this going? What's going to happen in the next 2, 3 years? What are you expecting or hoping for?
I honestly don't know. I'm hoping that it doesn't put everybody out of a job. Um, One quote that sticks with me is, and I did not say this. This didn't come from me, but AI is the dumbest today that it's ever going to be, and that's a very scary thing to think
Actually,
about.
that is a great quote because it'll always get smarter. I mean, it'll never
Yes,
get dumber. Well, who
right.
knows? Yes, exactly. As
So
opposed to it, with
yeah.
the humans, we do get dumber every
Oh yeah,
day.
I definitely get dumber every day. I think so as an agency, we are embracing AI, and we meet every like we have a Friday stand up all company meeting, and someone in the company has to spend 15 minutes presenting something that they tried or learned or used in AI. And I don't even care if it's like directions for my family trip. I just want people to start getting used to comfortable with it and using it
Right.
and finding the benefits of it. So um, that I'm excited about for companies. Like, what other awesome things can we do now that we don't have to spend time doing all this grunt work.
Right, right, right. Yeah. And so just say no to grunt work, I guess, is the AI
Right.
the
Yeah.
AI metaphor. Yeah. So
Yeah.
all right. So I got two more questions here for you, and one pretty simple is so what can some marketers do today to get some really short-term results that'll make a real difference?
So the citation piece is make sure that every page that you write is associated with an author and prove to AI that you have the credibility to publish that. And it really can be starting as simple as linking your LinkedIn page to an author bio to the page that you're writing. Your LinkedIn page is a resume. Um, get over the discomfort of it. I did.
Mm.
I hate, I don't like having my picture on the internet. I don't like having links to a page that I talk about myself. Get over it. So, right.
All right, well, that's fantastic. I appreciate that. That's really good. So, just curious, where then are you hosting your author bio? That's on your website
It's on
or
my
on your
website.
personal
Yeah.
site? So
Yeah.
it's on Green Banana or on
Green
Kevin
Banana.
Roy?
It's on Green.
Green Banana.
I
Okay.
don't have a Kevin Roy
Yeah. Okay.
website. Yeah.
Yeah. Fantastic. Well, I appreciate that. I'm going to make that change here very quickly. So, one last thing, and that is, I ask all my podcast interview partners, and that is, what advice would you give an up and coming new marketer that's trying to break into marketing?
Keep going. So, we have had a long trajectory at Green Banana of ups and downs. We are in a super awesome spot right now, and I'm really excited. It was not even close to always that way, but just when things go wrong, because things are going to go wrong, you just try to get a little win the next day, even if it's like a good workout at the gym or having a beer with friends.
Oh, I like that. That's good personal advice, regardless of what you're doing.
Yeah.
I really like that. Is always look for the win. I mean, there's always every day, every hour, there's
Yeah.
going to be some loss or something goes wrong,
Yeah.
and you just got
I
to
have
deal with
this
it.
thing right. So this is not my idea either. This is from Tim Ferriss. This is my jar of awesome. So every time
Ah,
something cool happens, I write it down in a piece of paper. And it's literally like this one is we got a ton of snow in Boston, outside of Boston, and I actually built an entire igloo. So I finished my first igloo. So
ooh.
silly little things like that keep me going.
Oh, I love it. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And wow, this has been really good. Well, so just curious though, given all of the changes in SEO, and as opposed to the rest of marketing, and due to AI, does that mean then that there's going to be more job opportunities in SEO or less or the same? Do you think it's going to grow faster than the rest of marketing jobs, or what do you think?
So we're hiring here, right? So we are growing. I think as an SEO, this is the golden age for SEOs.
Hmm.
So all of our clients are panicking about what are they going to do to get ranked in AI. So all the AI stuff that we've done for ourselves and now that we're doing from our clients was not something that I thought of. Our clients were just it was brought on by the need of our customers, and it's like everybody is facing that. So if you can help them solve that problem, um, you're gonna need people to do it. You're gonna need um, copywriters and developers and people that are speaking in a
Mm.
basic language to your customers. I think that part's growing.
Yeah, yeah, fantastic. Well, I appreciate it. Well, Kevin, this has been awesome.
This was
I
fun.
mean, I can't believe how much I learned from you. It really makes a lot of difference, and I can see even for myself and for my upcoming book, there's a handful of things I've got to do. So, thank you for that. And but otherwise, for the audience, tell us how can folks reach out to you and your company and learn more about what you guys do and how great you guys are.
So you can go to greenbananaseo.com or I kept forgetting my business card years ago. So if you Google, I just met Kevin. Um, I'm on. Some guy on Reddit knocked me down to the number 2 spot. But if you Google, I just met Kevin, it'll take you to my page.
Oh, I love that. That's
Yeah.
fantastic. I got it. That's a great SEO as well. I just met Guy. I love that. You know, it's funny. A friend of mine, she had her business card was was like a name tag, and it says, "Hi, my name is Lisa."
Yeah.
And it was perfect because it just
Yeah.
fit right in.
Yeah. I
So
love it.
anyway, Kevin, thank you so
Thank
much, and for
you.
the audience, please stay tuned for the for many other videos in this series of the backstory on marketing and AI, and definitely please visit and sign up at marketingmachine.prorelevant.com, and pretty soon you'll have the first chapter of my book on there, and there'll be some other valuable excerpts. Kevin, again, thank you so much. Great to have you.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
Absolutely. Very much. Very well done.